and welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to Abiding Farmhouse. So today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a week of meals, what I feed my large family in a week. This is actually a collab with Tiffany over at Large Family Love. She has a challenge going on that's pretty neat. All of January is eat at home. Eat all of your meals at home. While I have not succeeded completely with that, with eating all of our meals at home in January, I do have a full week of meals to show you today to kind of just give you some ideas of what maybe you can fix your family, because I know sometimes I get in the rut and I fix the same things over and over. So usually I'll go to Pinterest or YouTube or somewhere like that and look for inspiration for new recipes. So if you're here today, I hope that you're inspired by something that I cooked today. I'm going to be sharing 5 recipes with you, a couple of them which is actually brand new. I've never even made those before, and I'll go ahead and tell you, a little spoiler alert, that every one of them was absolutely delicious. 10 out of 10. We loved them. My family loved them. Some of them the kids even went back for seconds. So really good recipes I'm about to show you. Anyway, if you don't already follow Tiffany over at Large Family Love, make sure you head over there after this video. Check her out. Look at all of her eat at home meals. She's been making so many different things. I love following along with her. And she's also got an Instagram page that I follow along and just kind of see what they're eating in a day. So make sure you head over there, subscribe to her channel, tell her I sent you over there, and maybe you can get some more ideas after you leave here. So anyway, I'm going to be sharing those meals with you here in just a minute. But first, if you're new to my channel, my name is Shasta. I'm homeschooling mom to 9 girls. We have all girls here. And on this channel, I just love to share my passion for Christ, homeschooling, homemaking, recipes, sometimes grocery hauls, just all kinds of different stuff. So if any of that interests you, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up and just become part of our YouTube family here. I would love to have you. I would love getting to know everyone in my community. When you comment, I get to know all of you, and it's just a fun little area to have here on the internet. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and jump straight in this video and show y'all everything that I have cooked for the week. Some of these will be voiceovers just because I wasn't able to kind of actually talk during the moment. Sometimes my house can get kind of crazy and hectic, especially at dinner time. I don't know what it is about dinner time, y'all, but that is like crazy hour at my house. I don't know if the kids are hungry and ready to eat or what it is, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and show you those recipes now. Okay, so for night 1, I am making sausage and rice. Normally when I make sausage and rice, I will cook it on the stovetop, but I decided to try in the Instant Pot. I don't think we'll ever go back to stovetop now, just because this was so good. So you start by putting like about a tablespoon of olive oil in the bottom of the Instant Pot. Set it to the saute setting, and then you want to saute your sausage. It says 4 to 5 minutes. I think I done mine more like 7 to 8 minutes, just because I had 2 pounds of sausage instead of 1. So I let that saute for a little while, and then after it sautés, you want to remove it from the Instant Pot, scrape the bottom, and then you're going to add in your chicken broth. I will have this exact measurements down in the description box for y'all, because I just went by what my rice bag pretty much called for, and I'm thinking it was 2 cups of chicken broth or 3 cups. Like I said, I'll link it in the description box. And then you want to mix your rice around in it, and then you add your sausage back to the Instant Pot. And once you've got your rice and your chicken broth and your sausage back in there, this is the time you could also put some bell peppers and onions on the top if you wanted to. I just didn't have any, so I left that off. You put your lid on your Instant Pot, and then you want to pressure cook it on high for, I believe it was 5 minutes that I set it to. Let's see, yes, 5 minutes. And then just let it pressure cook for 5 minutes, and y'all, it was delicious. One of our favorite meals now. Everybody loved it and even back for seconds. Really, really good and super easy meal to make. Alright, so moving to night 2 of supper, Josh actually took over this dinner, and it was actually one of my favorites. We decided to fry up some flounder. We haven't cooked any fish in a long time, but I found this flounder at our little local meat store, and I've actually already went back and bought more just because it was that good. So Josh is just mixing this up now to fry it, and just 1 part cornmeal and 2 parts flour. And then he also added a little bit of Old Bay seasoning to give it a little bit of flavor. It was delicious. And then he just fried it up there in some vegetable oil. With the fish, we decided to have tater tots, hush puppies, and spinach salad. I also made some homemade tartar sauce to go with this, which was really good and really easy to make. I'll link that recipe down below for y'all too, but it was just mayonnaise, lemon juice, salt and pepper, mustard, and it called for pickled relish, and I didn't have that, so I just used pickle juice, which still turned out perfect. Really, really good. So I'll link that one down there for y'all too. And then for the hush puppies that we made, the recipe's on the back of that if y'all decide to buy this specific hush puppy mix. It's really good. Recipe comes with it. Dinner was absolutely delicious. It was definitely a 10 out of 10. Alright, so here is night 3 supper. This one's a little bit different. Y'all have heard of Mississippi pot roast, I'm sure. But I'm going to be doing Mississippi beef stew. So I'm just using stewed beef here that I got yesterday from our meat store. Let me get this separated here. Oh, wow. So first of all, we're just going to sprinkle this gravy mix all over the top here. Alright, so now we're going to take a jar of this. You're going to use as many as you want. You can even use up to the whole jar if you want. I'm not going to use the whole jar. I will probably use half, less than half, something like that. Now we're going to add some sliced butter to the top of this. Now we're going to add in some sliced bell pepper and onion. So this is a little bit different than the Mississippi pot roast, but I think it's going to be delicious. Now we're going to add some baby carrot in there, and I actually took the baby carrots and split those in half as well. So one thing that I left out is you're supposed to add a packet of the ranch seasoning mix when you add in the gravy mix. So I just went back and kind of peeled the carrots back a little bit and sprinkled where I could in there. You can see some still on the carrots, which is totally fine. So I went back and added that. So don't forget that part whenever you do the gravy mix. Now we're going to let this cook on low for 8 hours. So it is now night 4 of dinners, and tonight I'm going to be doing a big pot of vegetable beef soup. So I'm going to start off by sauteing a little bit of onion, and then I'll add my ground beef in here. You can actually do this in the crock pot, and I was actually going to do that this morning, but I never did get around to putting it on in time. So I thought, you know what, at dinner time I will just put it on the stove top and we'll cook it like that. So that's what I'm doing. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour to do it on the stove top. So get my onion chopped now. I am not doing very much onion at all, just a little bit. Now I'm going to add in my ground beef. I have a pretty good bit of ground beef, so I have a feeling I'm going to have some leftovers once this is all done, which is totally fine. We can eat that for lunch tomorrow. My little meat chopper is dirty because I used to at lunchtime. At lunch I made us some soft shell tacos, so it's still in the sink. Going to use this to chop the meat up real quick, and then we'll drain this and add all of our other stuff. I had to go wash my meat chopper. I just can't do without it. Ever since I've had this thing, if I have to chop meat like this, no other way will do it. I know I've mentioned this before, but I actually got this little meat chopper from Pampered Chef years ago and I actually sold it. But you can actually get these same exact ones off of Amazon, and I believe I already have it linked in my Amazon storefront if you want to check that out. Makes chopping meat so much easier, especially for tacos and soups and things like that. I'm pretty sure I got my red Dutch oven off of Amazon as well, probably about a year ago, maybe 2, but I think about a year ago. I hope that y'all are enjoying this type of video. If you do, make sure you give me a thumbs up, that way that I know that y'all like it. Leave me a comment and let me know if you want to see more of these videos of what we eat, because normally I just try to add what we're cooking for dinner in our daily vlogs. I don't necessarily always give the recipe to it, I guess. So if y'all want to see more recipes on my channel, just let me know and I'll try to add that in a little bit more because it's not hard. I guess it's just the fact of remembering to link those recipes down below. Alright, so the meat is done. So now I'm going to add in some beef broth. Alright, now I'm going to add in some diced potatoes. Veggies, you can add in any frozen veggies you would like. I actually wanted to add in like a mixed veggie bag. I don't have that, so what I'm going to do is add in green beans. And then I know we'll want corn in it, but I don't have any frozen corn, so I'm just going to use this can of corn and add it to it. And now we're going to add in some diced tomatoes. I think I'm going to add in just a little bit more liquid to this. Oh, bless her heart. And now I'm going to add in some salt and pepper. Bye. Alright, so now we're going to let this simmer for about 45 minutes to an hour. Alright y'all, so for our 5th and final meal this week, it's going to be crockpot chicken and dumplings. I've already got all of my chicken in here. I always add a cream of celery to mine, but I don't have any. I looked everywhere. I thought I did. So I'm just going to do 2 cans cream of chicken instead of the cream of celery. It's much better with the cream of celery, just so you know. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and add in 2 cans of cream of chicken. I'm going to add in about 2 cups of mixed frozen veggies. Alright, so next it calls for 2 cups of chicken broth, but I've done a little bit more chicken than the normal recipe calls for. By the way, I'll have that recipe link down below. So I'm just going to go in with about 1 cup of chicken broth and then about 2 cups of water. I'm actually doing just a little bit more chicken broth than that. Alright, now we're going to put the lid on and we're going to cook this on low for about 6 hours. Alright y'all, so it has been cooking for about 5 to 6 hours now. I've actually got these dumplings here that I've had in the freezer for quite a while. I thought about making like homemade dumplings because sometimes I'll do homemade dumplings. Most of the time I just do canned biscuits. But I'm just going to use these up that I had in the freezer already. I can't remember the name of these. I will try to find a picture and pop it up in the corner for you so you can see. They're okay. They're not our favorite dumplings. I mean, they are good, but I think we prefer either homemade or the canned biscuits. But I'm just going to use these so I can go ahead and get them used up out of the freezer.